Shalom, everybody. Out here once again trying to convince my people that they are the Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and that the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Bible were given to the so-called Afro-American, Seminole Indian, Mexican, and all the other lost tribes of Israel. There's a mark on us, a mark that was played out throughout history about who we are as a people. And it speaks about it in Deuteronomy, chapter 28. And so I just figured read some of them verses and expound on them as we out here speaking. So I'm gonna turn to Deuteronomy 28. So Deuteronomy is God inspired Moses speaking to the Israelites that were led out of Egypt, going into the promised land. And he was speaking to them and telling them how special that they are to God, and was speaking to them and telling them that if you keep my commandments, if you obey my laws, statutes, and commandments, that I'm gonna make you a blessed people. I'm gonna make you above all other nations. You're not gonna be equal to other people. You're gonna be above the other people. But you're gonna be great because you are his chosen people. So I'm gonna start off 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Again, not equal to, but above all. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto my voice. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, blessed thou shalt be in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, and the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket in the store. Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and when they goest out. The Lord shall cause thy enemies that rise up against you, they shall come out against thee one way, and flee before thee 7 ways. The Lord shall command the blessings upon thee in thy storehouses, and thou settest thy hand unto, and they shall bless thee in the land which the Lord giveth thee. He's going to bless you if you keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. I'm going to jump down to 13. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them. And thou shalt not go aside from any of these words, which I command thee this day, the right hand or to the left, and go after other gods to serve them. So, it's plain and simple. If you do what I ask you to do, if you obey my laws, statutes, commandments, you will be above all the nations. Now, we all know, or we should know, that didn't happen. But it's prophetic in that if you do these things, this will happen and you will be above all nations. But it's also prophetic that if you don't do these things, what shall happen? There is a nation of people on this earth that when I go through this, I want you to just listen. And when I go through these scriptures, there's a certain people on this earth that, remember, this was prophetic. That means it's going to happen in the future. There's a certain people on this earth that all these things happen to. And that's why it's a mark on them, because it happened to them. And they are the people, or the chosen people, that this Bible speaks of. So it says, now we just talked about if you obey. Now let's talk about the curses if you disobey. But it shall come to pass, thou wilt not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall overtake thee. Curse you will be in the city. You go to any major city in America, or around the world for that matter, and our people are living in ghettos and projects. In South Africa, they live in huts after suffering apartheid. In this country, they live in the inner city in poor conditions. Some areas don't even have grocery stores. We're cursed in the city. And cursed shall be in the field. Oh, I don't even have to go into that. You know you were cursed in the field because we picked cotton for free under slavery in these fields for hundreds and hundreds of years. So that's another sign we are the lost tribes of Israel. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Well, we know that these curses have lasted from this time in the Bible all the way to this time. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest, and cursed shall thou be when you goest. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke in all that thou settest thy hand unto, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me. Somebody might want to be slick and say, well, we're not destroyed, we still here. Yeah, we still here, but our minds are destroyed. You ever see the show Walking Dead? We the Walking Dead around here. Walking around with our pants sagging and hanging off our ass. I mean, it's ridiculous. We are dead mentally, and we need to wake up. These dry bones need to wake up, and come back to these lost statutes and commandments. I'm going to jump to 30. Now, we know when Master had us on the plantation, he just did whatever he wanted, especially to our women and children. Listen to this. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and thou shalt not gather the grapes. I'm going to jump down to 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail, and for the longing for them. I believe in the movie 13 Years a Slave, there was a scene in there where the lady sat on a porch while they dragged her daughter off into another plantation, and she cried and cried and cried for days. Listen to this. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. They'll drag them off. Even today, let you so-called, do something to your kids, and they call the Child Protective Services. Don't drag them off. You ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. We still under the same bondage we was. We still cursed just like we was in that day. These curses are a sign that we are the lost tribes of Israel, that we are the people that this Bible is speaking of, because we do not practice God's law, statutes, and commandments. So that's somebody being slick.